Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to some more Atrio, The Dark Wild. So we had a bit of a look at this when it launched, I think last week. I've been a bit busy, and I've been meaning to get back to this and check it out. I played a bit of it off the channel on my own, actually, because I really like this game, and I've completed the story mode that is included. It is very early still. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just content thin as far as the narrative comes, and just to give you an idea, it does sort of serve as an extended tutorial. You build some stuff, you get to deal with some threats like herds of animals attacking your base, that sort of thing, and then you come to realize that a big part of the loop, or at least the narrative loop, is to push out light further and further. So I had to make a string of lights to get to this dude, this punk robot thing. So not a huge amount there, and not a lot missed, but, and what might end up being the meat of this game overall, we'll have a look at the sandbox sort of mode, right? So if we go new game, you've got main game, free play, creative, yuck, I'm not interested in that sort of stuff, but free play is probably where the party's at. So we're going to pick that up and give it a go. We'll see how it's well received by you, the audience. Make sure you let me know and verbalize. If somehow you missed it previously, this game is a little bit of a mix between Don't Starve and Factorio. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to explain it. So, let's get into it straight away. So I got my little dude, my little clone, and he's got a limited backpack as well. I don't think there's a way to check where we're at, but it will warn me when we get down to the last few minutes. We need to fuel this, which we don't really start with anything on hand. What is this? Light bulb, right. So this glow plant, I know, is fuel. It's basic fuel. If we can build this blood fuel, it will actually fill it to the full 800 capacity. And so now it lights up and we're a lot safer to move around. Upgrades come from here, so that's something that we sort of work towards as a sort of meta objective. And this is our research tree. So I guess we'll just plug in the first research. I only played, about half an hour of this myself in this mode. So it should be interesting to see how robust it is. You can see we've got a little factory working away there already. So that's harvesting. No, don't you do that. Harvesting ore, and it's basically making blood ore for us, right? So, what do we want to need to do? Is, we want to get blood fuel, which is this, which will take blood ingots from blood ore. So that probably wouldn't hurt to complete that chain. So what if we make another factory? Oops. Let's put a couple of these blokes in here. There's no harm in doing that at this point, I don't think. We're going to dismantle that, and then we're going to put this factory here so it auto loads in, and we'll tell it to build blood ore scrap. How come I can't build this? Maybe I had to make it myself. Let's see. Blood ingot. Oh, am I making a mistake here? Is this a technology thing? Upgrade fuel? Oh, unlocks. Research complete. This is a handy little item finder. Light bulb unlocked. Backpack. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. Enroll. Oh, I gotta click here. You're an idiot. That's your inventory over there. Oh, I apologize, team. Like I said, it's been a week since I played this. So now it's gonna start making blood ingots, and we can put a thing here so it doesn't pile up too much. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our inventory, and we'll get an idea. What do we want for blood fuel? We want a grav ingot setup, if we can help it, right? Which is this, grav ore. Anything nearby? We've got this, the blood stuff. I don't suppose we've got something lit up already. Oh, here we go. We've got a little bloody production chain going up already. And that's making grav ore for us. So we might do the exact same thing again. Like that. And we'll tell it to make a grav ingot. And that should work. Nice. So that's underway. I think, yeah, there you go. So that's making grav ingots. Good. Good, good, good. So the only other thing, I guess, is to combine them all and get glow bulbs involved. Now, there are planter boxes, which I think you research, and I'm not sure if you can automatically harvest things as they get planted. That, you know, jury's still out on that one. But I guess we'll figure that out together. We need grav ore to make this. Okay, well, I can make a shit tin of these. Let's just bring this down here, I reckon. 4. Really? Yeah. Let's remove the tree stump. Let's go. Uh-oh. Really don't want that. You don't want to get killed in the dark. It's not a great way to go. Okay. So. Is it my plant that's doing this? Oh, it could be because the ingot caught up. Yeah, I think that might be it. Now, I don't think I can move the camera. Can I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, could be wrong, that the perspective is always forced here, which is a real problem. Like, I get what they're going for, but this isn't Diablo where the monsters are the big threat that come out or anything to you. This is a game where I need to build behind the perspective. So, but I don't know how you fix that. That's sort of a baked-in problem permanently, right? Okay, let's do that. We might have to pick that up. Can I place that? I can. Okay, well that's fortunate. Right. So, blood fuel. Maybe I'm missing a road or something back here. Is there something in the way that I can't see? Let's dismantle this. There is. There's a bloody blood rot. Now, can that be permanently removed or not? Oh, my battery's going to run out. My guy's going to die. That, you know what? That was case in point of how this is a problem. Circuit juice empty. Can I recharge or something? Is that a thing? Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's how it manifests. And now, why is the edge of my screen this color game? Okay. Yeah, so that was a perfect example. I've spoken to the dev before, actually, so you never know. He might see this. Perfect example of why you can't, like, I don't know. What do you do? Like, this is a glaring problem with this game's fundamental design. You know what? Before I get too much on the bloody warpath, let's make sure that I'm just not a screaming idiot, and that maybe there is a gameplay. Wait, that's it? That's my gameplay options? That's it. Okay. Gameplay. Right. Well, if there's a rotate camera button, I don't know what it is, and it's not one of the usual suspects. It's not easily intuited. So I don't know what to tell you. I also feel like this might be a bug, this glow that I'm getting on the edge of the screen, because we went into that death state. I mean, look, it's early access. Bugs are bugs. You know, you got to give them a bit of a pass, surely. As long as the game is functional and playable, I don't mind bugs. Alright, there we go. Then we put this here. There we go. What we might do is, we might actually let our bloke die. Now we need to make 20 blood fuel. I've got to keep an eye on that research. I'll let him die because I'm hoping whatever this visual glitch will go away. Yeah, well, there you go. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so he slowly starts dying and then he drops dead. Okay. Death. Give me a new one. Employee 3124. Okay. Let's take all that. Oh my goodness. That's glitching out. Oh fuck, come on, you can't do this to me, game. Oh no. How can it all of a sudden have so many... Now we'll have to dismantle this light, probably. Dismantle. It's a lot of glitches in one video, you know? You know, I'm not going to run interference. I like this game a lot, you know? Full disclosure. But you can't just pretend that all these glitches aren't happening, either. Look at that. Big fuel. At least that visual bug has subsided, so that's good. Now, because I moved that light bulb, I believe that's disconnected the whole network. Maybe. Right. Okay, we're better now. Cool. Research complete. I need to pay attention to that because I don't think there's an audio clue for the research. More backpack size is great. Increase stacks in your inventory. That sounds pretty good. However, grow stuff. You know, let's just take the first thing. Let's just take the first thing. Right. Right. So, how are we going down here? We're waiting for glow things. So we might just go farm a few of them. Uh-oh. Get out of here, you kid. Alright. Oh. Oh. Okay. So let's put them in there. Nice, and that'll just start making them. Okay, so interesting. 3 times 200, I believe, is the lights that are on the network. Is that right? That can't be right. Look how many there are. There's so many. I don't know what to make of that. It says 3. There's so obviously not 3. I don't know, man. A bit of a mess, this game at the moment. Okay. Cool. How do I go? Well, you know, where are we at? So we can make wires. I don't really know what you make them for. I think the light bulbs kind of have their own weird sort of wire system built in. Makeshift torch, circuit juice. So we can make light bulbs. Oh, there you go. Wire is a building component of it, right? And glass. Which, do we even have the capacity to manufacture glass? I don't know. It looked like we started with this getting quartz at least. Oh, whoops. Right. So we might have to upgrade to get that. Okay. $14. Where are we at? Okay, got to pick more flowers. Yeah, so I'm curious how it plays out because... So some meta sort of thoughts around this game is one of the interesting things that it's doing, and I say interesting because I don't know if it's good or bad really yet, is it's got me doing this bloody flower minigame, right? Now, generally speaking, you play any sort of game like this and you can think of the big three, right? Factorio, Satisfactory, and more recently, Dyson Sphere, right? Those are the kings of this sort of factory building, automation, market, not market, what are you saying? Factory is the word that's attempting to come out my mouth. Automation is king. In fact, automation is a cornerstone of it conceptually, right? I don't think that's unfair to say. And now having the ability to automate a whole system like so, and then have to insert flowers by hand, it's very much, you know, like it's a risky strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off, because it kind of fundamentally undermines what I would think is one of the cornerstones of what appeals to people about this sort of game, this genre. Oh. Run away. Run away. Oh. Oh. And they're bugging out as well. Yeah. Circuit juice empty, like... Oh my goodness. Now you can build like little stun things to cap them. I'm not sure... You might be able to use them as like a pushing conveyor belt thing or something. I'm pretty sure you can set up farm animals like deer and all that sort of stuff to put them basically in the machine in a way. Why'd I take... Oh, I only take it in threes? Wait, what? Why is it stopping and starting? Oh, okay. I'll just die, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so there's issues. Right? These fucking things are stuck against my base. I've been clipping on everything. The force perspective doesn't really work super well in this genre. Think about its opposition. Satisfactory is the easy one because that is first person, so you can see around everything. And then if you go, well, I suppose Dyson Sphere is the same. It's kind of in a third person, but it has the same fidelity as far as camera control. And Factorio has a fixed camera, but it is very strictly a 2D plane game. It is straight down. There's no third perspective. So this is obviously isometric, so it's kind of 2D as well, but because of the kilted angle, we have these obstructions as well. Anyway, yeah, so going back to my point about the flower picking, again, I don't want to speak too soon and have a sneeze mid-thought. I don't want to speak too soon because, actually, let's put one in here. Because it could be automated later, right? And that changes things. That gets rid of the point. It could turn out to be a revolutionary cool change, but I do have my concerns that I feel like my interest in Satisfactory and Dyson Sphere, for example, is to be... You want to be updating the network and potentially retrofitting it, you know, like in a retroactive way. When you get better upgrades, you go back and upgrade your infrastructure, but you don't really ever want to truly be part of the manhandling process, right? You don't want to be forever loading ore into a machine by hand. You need to be working towards automating that away. There's our quartz technology that's unlocked. So yeah, the planter box might fix it. I don't know. The game doesn't seem to skip dialogue. Unplug. The game doesn't seem to have One light bulb? Like arms or anything like that? Like the factory production line is fairly rudimentary when you compare it to its peers. Though I think that's probably... Now, why can't I do that too? Build upgrade. Upgrade requirements 9. Okay, so I can also upgrade this as well. It's not the most intuitive menu either. What do you want? What was it? Blood ore times 99. Anyway, like none of this is meant to be scathing or anything like that. What would be the best way to harvest blood rock? But I think people could probably appreciate what I'm actually getting at here. Ore harvester. Got to make a factory, got to make blood ore. There's black glitched out here. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not particularly, you know, scathing when it comes to glitches, but at a certain point, if you're sitting here for one 30-minute video and you've got a bazillion different bugs and glitches, you got to go, okay, that's less, you know, let's be objective about it. That's less glitches and more potentially the state of the development, right? You're going to have a couple of bugs and glitches here and there, but over a small time scale and a shit ton of them, it is by definition a warning sign. Grav rock, grav ore, and their ingots. Yeah, but my main concern is, will we be able to automate the flowers? And if not, will it actually work? Because I am skeptical, to be honest. But yeah, it just is. I just as soon I would think that it lets us automate the flowers. It's just, I don't know. I think it might have gated the that a little bit far along. Okay. So what are we harvesting there? Blood rock. And just to confirm, because my memory is short, blood ore. Okay. We'll build that. Yeah, so maybe I need to get in the habit of trying to build my factories into this perspective. Do you know what I mean? To try and avoid the pitfalls. But also this does seem to be a lot lighter, right? Because if this was Factorio, the forced perspective making sections of the area kind of unrealistic to build behind. You know, avoid doing what I did there, running belts behind buildings. The economy of space would be tantamount, right? Or paramount, rather, right? It'd be so important that you make the most efficiency physically possible out of the space that you've got available. So I feel like this is probably a bit more casual, probably a little less, you know, hardcore about your size constraints and all that. Okay, so that's just going to chip away, and we want 99, so we'll just let that run ad infinitum. Wires and glass. Now, blood ore. And then glass. You might be able to just manhandle this one. Alright, and then we're going to need bog water. Now for that you need to build there's like a water pump. Electric pedal, eh? Now, I believe... See, now, it won't let you build over 2, but you can build over 3. Which then... Fuck that thing. Makes me look at this and go, what is even the bloody point of that square? What an embuggerance. So I guess we have to build... Oh, okay, hang on. Let's see if we can build onto... Well, before I do that, can I put conveyor belts over the red? Looks like I can. Okay, so the red is... It's very strange, isn't it? You would think the water would be no-go, but it kind of only exists just to represent a patch you can build this on. Because I don't want to build into the depth for perspective. I want to keep building down towards, you know, the user, towards the bottom of the camera sort of thing. Water pump. Let's see, grav or... Right, so that should go with the bog water. There's our... Okay, I guess you're unplugged, mate. Research complete. Light bulb needs glass. Okay. Right, there we go. We'll get that building. So, at first blush, it does have the standard trappings of what you'd be attracted to in this genre. However, I don't know. It's always tough. There's an interesting conversation to be had, right? Let's just assume, there's a lot of assumptions to be made, but let's assume that this is in fact a more casual version of a Factorio, right? Instead of going hardcore engineering problem solving, we're going, well, not that Factorio is even strictly that, but it is gameplay distilled. No one gives a shit about the story in Factorio. That's absolutely got no bearing or relevance or whatever. It is about the gameplay loop in its most purest distilled form, right? Whereas this, they seem pretty set on telling an interesting story and the theme and the world building, and while it's not shown off super much in this video, we did look at it previously, this whole, the clones coming out and respawning and the battery timer and the lights and the monsters out there that you have to explore and not necessarily fight, but navigate. I find that really fascinating from an exploration component. But because you're melding this and, you know, your development focus only goes so far into so many disciplines, you find yourself with a much more casual, potentially Factorio sort of experience. At the moment, it's got some basics, but I don't think it's going to be super hardcore. And it makes me wonder, these sort of things always make me wonder when you hybridize a genre, or, well, actually, you know what, the hybridization doesn't even matter. That's more of an explanation as to why maybe it is more casual. But when you intentionally, I'm just going to use the correct words, when you intentionally dumb down a more hardcore game type, I have to wonder what the uptick slash interest is among any player base, right? I feel like the guys that want to play the big three that I mentioned, if they try this, unless they're incredibly burnt out on the other ones, I kind of feel like, and no knock against this game because I think it's lovely, I kind of feel like maybe they just uninstall this and go back to playing those, right? They probably want the hardcore gameplay experience. And then I'm sort of like, well, who's going to play this if it's not the dudes that are overtly interested in that genre? You know, maybe you get some Don't Starve people come across over to here. Maybe some people enjoying a casual narrative. You know, the descent of the hardcore gamer. You start off as a casual and then you work your way deeper and deeper down the hole. Maybe this is a stepping stone from turning a casual into a more hardcore. But I think I'm conveying my point. I hope I am. In that when you sort of make a more casual approach to an established hardcore genre, what happens? Because I can't think off the top of my head of any super success stories that have played in that space, though I'll take comments if people can think of them. I know that's a very broad sort of brush to paint, but yeah, if you can think of a game type that's kind of hardcore, that's more casual, I mean, Maybe Heroes of the Storm for MOBAs? I don't know. Like that's, and that failed, which is a shame. I didn't mind Heroes of the Storm. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm not going to sit here and muse about that. That's up to you guys. If you've got any examples, chuck it down below. I think you'll get what I mean. Anyway, look, I had a few criticisms on this game today. It's not meant to be scathing or anything like that, and if the developer does find himself watching the video, I hope you take it the correct way, which is it is heartfelt, honest feedback on something that I find to be very charming and very fun. But like I said, there's a lot of jank in here, and it is walking a very strange line between multiple genres, and for some, the charm of the world building might carry the day, but I feel like for the people that are into the genre specifically probably won't really be that interested. But I could be wrong. You know, I don't want to speak for a section of the gamer base, you know, so feel free to let me know what you reckon, guys. Anyway, a little bit of a rant, but that's because there was some stuff to talk about. I do enjoy this game. I'm happy to keep chipping away and seeing where it goes and giving it, you know, more time under the sun. So let me know if you'd like to see more episodes of this and we can explore it together and see where it goes. Otherwise, I might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.